What's going on, guys? My name is Nick. This is Comic Culture. It's another glorious new comic book day. April 21st, got a stack of books as always, so let's break into it. All right, guys, welcome back. We have new comic book day. Man, I love Wednesdays. I live for Wednesdays, right? Okay, so let's start with our image books. I got a bunch of image books. I got one I added back to my poll. We'll get to that last. First up is Stray Dogs number 3. So this was kind of like a Lady and the Tramp meets Silence of the Lambs. Super interesting premise. We got a bunch of dogs living together. They don't quite remember how they all got to be living together. They find some really shady things out about their owner. Maybe he's going out and messing with women and taking their dogs. Who knows? But we're going to find out very, very soon. I feel like this is going to be an action-packed or revealing issue. So I'm really, really looking forward to this one. Stray Dogs from Image. Just amazing. I absolutely love this book. Right. So let's move on to another Image book. We have HaHa number 4. So if I remember correctly, HaHa number 3 was a mostly silent issue dealing with a mime and his act and what he can bring to the act to kind of bring him more happiness and more viewers and some more money. And that was a tragic story about how that was kind of taken away from him. This issue is not a continuation issue. These aren't continuation stories, as you know, from Ice Cream Man and HaHa. So yeah, I don't know what to expect from HaHa. It's always random. It's always a good ride, albeit somewhat depressing, but it's a tragically human series. So if you're into those kinds of things, interesting artwork, kind of trippy scenery, great art and color, check out HaHa and check out Ice Cream Man because it's a great book. All right, continuing on, we have Radiant Black. This is number 3. So this is kind of the new superhero story that Image is putting together. 3 issues out right now. This kind of a failed writer moves back home. He is out with a buddy and he somehow comes across this energy, this power, this miniature black hole that gives him these abilities that he doesn't quite understand. So this is kind of him trying to balance that, trying to figure that out with his failed writing career, his friendships, his parents living at home. So I think if the cover gives anything away in this particular issue, I mean, he's sitting here worried about his writing and he's fighting the mysterious red version of him. I don't think we have a name for that person yet, but they had a battle in the last issue, which was pretty cool. I hope the series kind of gets better and a little more complex as we go. You can't help but draw the comparison between this and Invincible, right? And Invincible had like a lot of heart, a lot of struggle to it. And I don't know if I've quite got that same feeling here, but who knows? It's only 3 issues in. We'll see what the long game is here. But Radiant Black number 3, good series so far. All right, so this book I was not able to get last week, but I got it this week. This is Home number 1. So I think I saw a preview of this book, and I think it was Shadecraft a couple weeks ago, and I loved the basic story. I don't know if it's just going to be kind of an immigrant type story or not. And, you know, there's also a lot of tragedy and injustice done around there. So it's a touchy subject. So I'm not quite sure if it's going to stick to this or it's going to have some weird twist in it. I haven't read Home number 1, obviously. I just picked it up. So I'm wondering to see what the story is going to be and if there's any weird twists or turns involved. So Home number 1, looking forward to it. And, okay, so Firepower. This is number 10. I think this book is monthly, right? So Robert Kirkman, Firepower number 10. I read the initial trade, loved it. I read issues 1 through 8 or 9. And for some reason, I was going through my poll list and kind of striking books out. And this book I struck out, but I didn't want to. And so I went back and got this particular issue and I've added it back to my poll so I can keep getting it. It's just a super fun story. And I think it was a little bit of fear of missing out because I heard a lot of good things, I believe, about this particular issue. Our main character is kind of going back to his roots a little bit, learning more about his clan and the rival clans. And there's a lot of weird, like, swapping of sides and some new people coming into play. So it was really interesting. I liked it all the way up until issue 9. I missed out on 10, and I think this is where I left off. So I went ahead and picked it back up and added it to my poll. So nobody can yell at me anymore about not reading Firepower, because I really like Firepower. All right, we have a couple more independent books. This is a random pickup for me. This is Spectre and Spectre number 3. This is from Boom Studios. I think I have number 1. I get this one and Proctor Valley Road mixed up all the time. I think it's because it's like supernatural, young kids, art style is similar. They came out around the same time. So I think I have number 1 and I don't have number 2, but then Proctor Valley, I have number 1. And so I just got to get my stuff straight. So I'll read this one and I'll see if I have number 1 and number 2. I'm not sure if I have number 2. But I might hang on to this until I get number 2. But yeah, Spectre and Spectres. I've heard good things. I just haven't read it. It's just on the backlog. Those backlog bros, man. It's rough. Okay, so David Andre, this is Resident number 9. I got an advanced copy of this one a week or 2 ago, and I absolutely love it. So this is a real gritty, I'm going to say post-apocalyptic kind of thing. It reminds you of Walking Dead, but it's not. It's about a family. There's a lot of heart in it, that, you know, struggling to mingle with other groups out there. There's this wave that kind of hits you that makes you extremely violent. So there's ways that people have identified when the waves are coming, what to do when you're caught in one. And it's just like it's not something physical you can see. It's just like this aura that just kind of flows through the land. And it's a very interesting premise. If you read it, you'll understand it very, very quickly. It's a very simple premise, but it's interesting to see how the different societies and groups out there have managed this whole crisis. So last issue ended, issue 8 ended in a surprising way. Issue 9 is kind of picking right up where that left off, it appears. But there's some really good stuff in here, and I'm going to reread it again because it's been about a week or 2 since I read it. But Resident is very, very good. So I really recommend picking that one up. Okay. On to the only Marvel book that I had, and that is Alien number 2. So Alien number 1, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't too concerned about the characters that they've introduced so far. There's a retiring, I'm just going to call him a general. There's a retiring military leader who's coming back home. His son is kind of fell in with a group of people who are kind of like in a resistance, and they are infiltrating a particular ship, and they find a surprise at the end. And the end is what I would expect in an Alien book. You see the eggs or the pods, you see some alien action. So I'm excited to see where it picks up from there. I think I'm more of a just show me aliens taking out people kind of a guy, and less about the character development. I did really enjoy the movies. I got that Alien, what was it, like Resurrection, like that big box set of all the DVDs 10, 15 years ago. And I love Alien. I want to see more aliens though. I didn't expect a whole lot in issue 1. So hopefully issue 2 and 3 really ramp it up and we get to see more awesome aliens, hopefully. Okay, 2 more books. First one was a cover pickup, and it's a Ram V, and it's Jenny Frison. So, you know, how can you not get Catwoman? So I haven't been reading it. I've heard really good things about it though. So maybe if I can find the other issues, I'll pick it up. But that cover is just absolutely gorgeous. Ram V's doing it, and I'm a big Jenny Frison fan. So I went ahead and picked that up. But that's Catwoman 30. And then another book, I think it's Tom Taylor. Yep. Nightwing 79. So I'm not a Nightwing fan. Never really followed him. The last issue of Nightwing though was really, really good. It's kind of like the new arc. He comes into the possession of a lot of resources he didn't expect, from Alfred. And so this is kind of what he's going to do with that and how he's going to go forward. So really looking forward to seeing what happens, in Nightwing 79. This was a good book. This was a kind of a surprise to me because I enjoyed the last one so much, and I don't think I've ever read a Nightwing book up until then. That's not entirely true. I think I read that Joker War tie-in and I was completely lost and it was a stupid issue. But it looks like he's reaching out. Is that Barbara's hand? I don't know. Reaching out to Batgirl. It's pretty cool. I enjoy the cover. The alternate cover was okay. But yeah, so that's what I picked up this week at the comic shop. I also did pick up a bunch of other books at a shop. I'll just show those briefly. These are things on the backlog for right now. But we have Maniac in New York #1. So I've really heard good things about this one. I want to start getting into this. We also have that alternate cover for Witchblood, which is really, really awesome. That Dazzler homage cover. I like that a lot. We have Hollow Heart #2 from Vault. I really enjoyed the first one. I might need to reread it because it's been over a month since I read it. It's a fairly simple story, but there's a lot of things going on psychologically in there. Nuclear Family #1 from Aftershock. I haven't heard too many people talk about this one, but I saw it at a comic shop I don't frequent too often. In fact, I got all these books there. And they had it, and my normal shop never got it. So, yeah, I just picked it up. And then I mentioned before, Proctor Valley Road #1. Boom. I've heard good things about this one. I just haven't read it yet. So let me know if these backlog books are good. I've heard good things about it. But yeah, let me know in the comments. And then one bonus thing I got the other day was Blue and Green. So can't wait. Rom V. Super excited about it. Haven't started it yet. The art looks amazing. It has that Department of Truth vibe. I'll just kind of show you the coloring and that kind of art style. It's kind of like that sketchy, tons of color art style. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So quite a lot of books today. My normal pickups, some extra pickups. So hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below what you got, what you're looking forward to reading, what I should maybe prioritize, what did I miss this week. A lot of books came out. I think next week is very, very heavy from the pull list perspective. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm probably going to frequent a shop that does a lot of variant stuff at the end of the month to get some additional books too to show you guys. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification because it lets you know when I put out new videos. So thanks for stopping by. Bye.